and welcome back to Perth City Talks. This episode finds me at the Western Australia Consumer Protection Awards for 2014. Now this year something very exciting happened. The Media Award has now been renamed to the Ruby Hutchison Award after her tireless work in founding Choice.
This acknowledges an individual journalist or news media agency that has worked to raise community awareness of consumer protection issues or been instrumental in exposing a significant breach of consumer laws. And our first finalist is David Webber.
ABC News and current affairs reporter David Webber has more than 20 years' experience with the national broadcaster. David's reports have brought national attention to issues such as the Nigerian house sales scam. Another of his stories covered relationship fraud where online scammers use internet dating sites and chat rooms to fleece people of their money.
Jane met a man online who said he was working on an oil field in the United States and he had to fly to Ghana.
I always remember him saying to me, "My case has been stolen. I had all my cards in this bag." So it was like, "Well, can you support me?" And I said, "Okay, I'll help you," because he had asked me to be his wife, so you had no choice.
Jane sent $36,000 over 4 months.
Rochelle Prodovnik is a senior journalist with the Echo News, an independent local community newspaper distributed across Perth's eastern metropolitan area. Rochelle investigates and writes on a range of consumer and safety issues.
People really do need help and they contact us. One of the ones I particularly like doing is insurance claims. Often insurance companies, they pay out and it's all fine, but sometimes they don't. And I did one where there was a poor family that was struggling and the insurance company wouldn't pay out. It was a legit claim. Obviously we got involved and then they stepped in and helped. It's lovely to be able to advocate for people, and really if it wasn't for the people contacting us, I probably wouldn't be nominated for this award. So it's really lovely that people contact us and then we're able to advocate for them. It is exciting to be nominated. I think, it's lovely.
The winner of the newly named Ruby Hutchison Award is Natalie Bongiorno.
Natalie Bongiorno is a senior reporter with Channel 7's Today Tonight program. Since joining the team in 2004, she has worked on several major consumer investigations, from Ponzi schemes to overseas scams.
After years of ducking and weaving and an investigation that's taken us around the world, the disgraced mortgage broker couldn't hide from justice today, jailed for stealing $4.2 million in a heartbreaking betrayal, stringing along victims with fanciful promises that the money would be paid back from overseas deals that never became reality.
Is there anything else you want to say to your investors?
I'll be home soon. I'll be home soon. And it'll be fixed.
It'll be fixed?
Yep.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Natalie has gained a reputation for exposing fraudulent practices and practitioners with the aim of warning and informing consumers. One such case is the notorious Bitumen Bandits. This led to a comprehensive fraud investigation by police into a business that had been targeting Perth homeowners for 20 years.
Well, there's no shortage of dodgy practices and practitioners that we have tracked down with Today Tonight. We've looked at dodgy mortgage brokers, landlords, tenancy disputes. We've tracked down bitumen bandits, roof rotters, all manners of people who are out there to try and con the public. Today Tonight for consumers is invaluable. So not only do we try to protect, we also warn and we inform people of their rights. So it is that vehicle where people can be sitting at home and they can go, oh, that rings an alarm bell. I saw that on Today Tonight. So when the person knocks on their doors, it does ring that alarm bell. So it's vitally important. And I think sometimes we are the first port of call. So people will actually call us and say, hey, this has happened to me because I saw it on Today Tonight. And from there, we can then say, okay, what you need to do now is you need to call Consumer Protection. So we don't put every case that comes across our desk on the television, but what we do is act as a vehicle to push people through to the right authorities.
Now, here at the Consumer Protection Awards, it would be logical, of course, that we should speak with somebody who deals with, well, helping people out of tricky situations and, of course, making sure they don't happen. So I'm here with Detective Sergeant Trevor Leach, who works for the Major Fraud Squad, also on Project Sunbird. Is that right?
That's correct, yes. That's part of Project Sunbird.
Now, it does seem these days that every time I answer my telephone, look in my email, or even walk down the street, someone might indeed be trying to scam me. Would that almost be correct?
We don't want to put it out and make everyone feel that they have to watch too much, but yes, there are a lot of scams going, and it is nothing new to fraud that was around 15, 20 years ago, but it's just the medium now with the internet and that sort of thing is making it a wider audience for them to try and target, that's all. If you're going to send money to anyone, I would say, ask someone else. Ask someone about it, question who you're sending money to, and speak to friends or family about what you're going to do. And you get even contact Consumer Protection to get the advice and find out if the person or the people you're sending to are legitimate.
We are seeing maybe an increase in romance scams, or perhaps just in the publicity. Now, it's okay to look for love online, but if people start asking you for money, alarm bells should be ringing, right?
Yeah, and that's the case. There are plenty of success stories when it comes to meeting people online and dating people online. And I don't like to... People shouldn't think that people are stupid to get involved, because the fraudsters groom people very well, and it's not a case they'll meet someone and send money the following day. They'll get to know that person for a good month, 2 months, get to know them, find common interests, and then they will come up with some story as to why they need some money. They might be stuck overseas, they might have a business interest overseas where they need to pay workers or something like that, and then to assist, the person starts sending money. So it's not an overnight thing, it's a grooming process, and they get to know these people and think they have a connection. The victim thinks they have a connection, and they trust the person. So
the moral of the story is, if you think something's a bit sus, ask for help. Yes. Call the Department of Consumer Protection and just ask for help and be a little bit more savvy, right?
Definitely, yeah. Ask for help from someone, whether it be Department of Consumer Protection, family or friends are probably the best people to go to, and it's someone else to run it by, that's all. So ask for help.
Well, like I said, it seems like we are in very safe hands. Thank you very much for the chat.
Not a problem, thank you.
Our finalist for the KidSafe WA Award is Samantha Menendez. Please make her welcome.
In February 2013, Samantha Menezes started an online petition to call for the introduction of secondary supply laws preventing the supply of alcohol to minors without parental permission. Samantha worked proactively to raise awareness and generate community discussion about the risks of underage drinking and policy approaches to reducing young people's access to alcohol. Her dedication to the issue led to the petition being successfully lodged in Parliament in June 2013 by Peter Abetz, MLA.
I'd attended a talk actually with a man named Paul Dillon, who's a drug and alcohol educator, and he had mentioned about secondary supply laws not being in WA, but they were in other states of Australia. So I basically went home and just thought, oh, that's ridiculous, and I started a change petition on change.org, and that's how it started. We actually had a son that was given alcohol when he was 16 by somebody over 18 without our permission. I think any awareness we can do to keep our kids safe is great, and I'm really pleased to be able to be part of the awards.
The winner of the 2014 KidSafe WA Award is RAC B Street Smart. Congratulations.
RAC B Street Smart is a true-to-life road crash reenactment event for school students in years 10 to 12. Its aim is to reduce the fatality and injury rates of young people by promoting safer driving and passenger behaviours. In 2012 and 2013, the RAC teamed up with Western Australia Police, the Department of Fire and Emergency Services, Royal Perth Hospital and St John Ambulance to bring RAC B Street Smart to Perth as part of a series of road safety presentations.
you can see after speaking with many of the very worthy nominees and winners here at the Western Australia Consumer Protection Awards for 2014. It is an absolute pleasure and an honour for WTV to be invited back time and time again. We already can't wait to learn all about next year's very worthy nominees and winners. This has been Christy Mollica for Perth City Talks.